Hey there guys, real quick, this is the Elder Dadless, co-host of the Dadless podcast. Today, I'm here to tell you a little something about Anchor. It's the easiest way to make a podcast, and let me go ahead and explain. First of all, it is free, there's no upfront cost, it doesn't cost anything. It's a great way to get started. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Literally, if you're on the go, if you're at school, if you are hiding in the restroom while you're at work, if you're stalking your ex-girlfriend, you can literally make a podcast from anywhere. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other streaming platforms. Hey, great way to get it out, right? You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. That means that your Uncle Randy, who was twice removed, can help you make a buck. Or creepy Father John, who you chose to stop talking to for many reasons, can even help you make a buck. It's that simple. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That is anchor.fm. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get back to the show.
But there's a like this guy got prosecuted. He put his jizz on the cookies and gave them to the kids. Not like in the cookies. Like he literally like
on
top of the cookie.
Right on.
And
A soggy biscuit.
Yep.
Well, and then these are like he's an elementary school teacher.
Oh man.
Well.
No, not like high school or like.
Yeah, because that'd be okay.
It would not be okay. It'd not be okay. But I'm just saying, as an elementary school teacher,
does it lessen the?
You don't get the Mr. Hooker situation.
Does it lessen it?
Does it soften the blow when they're in high school? Because they're used to it already.
Is that more of a chest blow versus a stomach punch, or what?
Isn't that a wonderful beginning?
Yeah, it's really good. What is this? Are you trying to trick me?
Wait, just wait.
When's it get good?
What's up there, little homie? About ready to do this?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
In this world, if you can't swim, you bound to dress out. And if you fall, you better pick your punk ass up. That's right. And the rest of y'all,
Wanda, you ready?
don't cut him no slack.
Hey, Freak Joe! You're going nowhere!
1.
I got you for 3 minutes! 3 minutes of lead time!
2.
You got no backup here. I'm calling Veronica. Veronica, give me a hand.
Y'all fools get busy.
3.
Clobbering time.
On that note, welcome to the Dadless podcast and myself, the Elder Dadless, the roaming nomad, and the great communicator, Jose the Dad. We're picking back up where we left off. We're just talking. There's more of us today than there was in any of the last recordings, other than the pilot episode, which there was a whole table of us.
2 seeds.
It's like the
Two
Game
seeds.
of Thrones pilot.
Was there a pilot? Oh, okay. I was like, was there a pilot
There's
episode?
a pilot that still hasn't seen the light of day. With
Is
a
it really?
different Cast, yeah.
Yeah, with the original,
They recorded with different people. There was a different
the
Daenerys.
original Daenerys. Yeah, she was god awful.
No way.
Yeah, it's like a terrible pilot. They were gonna scrap it, but then they remade it with the new cast, and it saved the show.
You know, it's
Partially saved it.
Yeah,
Saved it for a time, and then your boy from Star Wars fucked it sideways.
He wasn't from Star Wars. They fired him.
I blame Star Wars for the demise of Game of Thrones.
Nah, blame
For
us.
the record,
That is not the fault of Star Wars.
Star Wars franchise
Blame
hired
Disney.
him.
Disney bought Star Wars.
Can't diss the mouse.
You can diss the mouse. South Park did.
Are they welcome back at Disneyland? I want to go back to Disneyland.
Disney caters to China, like LeBron.
What?
LeBron.
What the fuck? What?
LeBron caters to China. Don't you remember that was big back like a year ago?
We're not a sports podcast. We're not gonna talk about this. We talk about anime.
You know what is funny though?
Sports anime.
Yeah.
Sports anime.
Do sports anime.
You know what I did want to cover on one episode though, because how this guy has a setup with a. So for people who don't know, when we record here at Jose's house, the way that the studio, air quote studio, is set up, there's a big ass TV that we can overlook. And I wanted to look up. It was like the 1998 World Series. There's a fight in the middle of like whatever inning, and I wanted to do an episode about that, dissecting it, because it's like if it's one thing that I like as far as team sports go, fights that break out, like hockey fights that happen in football, basketball fights, which you could look up just a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
But this specific one, it was like a World Series game where in one of the innings there was just a fucking fight that broke out at the catcher's mound, and I was like, or at the pitcher's mound, and I was like, fuck, dude, that's crazy. I was like, I'd love to talk about that because you guys like that shit.
Once we can get a video set up, I definitely want to utilize the TV for the podcast. Because I was thinking we could do like podcast episodes. I guess maybe they'd be YouTube videos at that point. I don't know, but where we do what we're doing now, talk about shit, but while looking at shit, like put the video up alongside so people watching or listening can see, or I guess watching will see.
There's copyright issues with that. You'd have to find what videos you're allowed to and not allowed to play.
I looked into it.
And then with the new stimulus bill, it's illegal. It's a felony to like upload video and like profit from the stream. Not like YouTube, but like if you're stealing content, if you're like a pirate, movie pirate, that's a felony. It's not like a misdemeanor or whatever it used to be.
Well, I looked into it when I was doing the Dad Entertainment channel, still on hiatus, hopefully coming back soon here, looking at some restructuring stuff. Anyways, I had to look into like what am I allowed to put up so that I don't like get taken down or whatever. And if it's like a reaction video, you're turning it into your like own thing in a similar way, but you do need like you need to put the right disclaimers on there. Like you have to put all this like legal jargon in your description and possibly in the video, like I don't own the rights to this, the original creator is that, and this and that. You have to do all that. But I mean, reaction videos are a thing, so I think we'd be fine.
Talking about stimulus, 180 days until we find out what's up with aliens. $2.3 trillion that's coming into the COVID stimulus bill, the relief fund anyway. There's small print inside that bill that states that the Pentagon has 188 days to disclose what they know about aliens. And I have a feeling that they're just going to be like, you know what?
They're real.
Here's everything.
That'd be tight.
They're coming for us. I think that'd be fucking crazy.
They gave us all the technology we have now. We're doing a podcast because aliens.
They gave us 5G.
And cancer along with the 5G, I guess. Aliens are killing us by giving us technology that we can't handle, and we're just eating it up. You heard it here first.
That's how Lady Thor got cancer? Hey, Thor in itself, he is a fucking alien. And Mjolnir gave her cancer.
That's the whole premise of the new one, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Love and Thunder, it's just introducing Lady Thor, yeah. Or
Jane Foster.
Jane Foster, there you go. Yeah, she gets cancer. Cancer Thor.
Yep.
The one, here's what sucks. The one actor that's willing to be the character for life, and he won't get to be.
Who? Hemsworth?
Yeah, because I'm just like, I'll be Thor as long as I can fucking be Thor. Like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans are like, yeah, you know, I've spent a lot of time with the role, and now it's time to move on, time to grow. But
and the first movie after fucking Iron Man? Flop. Doolittle. Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah, that's
it was
pretty
a
rough.
flop.
It's pretty rough.
Did you watch it?
No.
Which one?
See,
I watched some of it. Didn't watch all of it.
See,
oh, Robert Downey Jr. Yeah.
I read mixed reviews that Doolittle was okay, but like because of the commercial success of coming out of Endgame into like this new role, like it tanked because people were expecting fucking Iron Man to show up. But it's like it's Robert Downey Jr. in a new role, you know? I mean that, but then again, you could say in comparison, Robert Downey Jr. had other roles in between the other Iron Mans.
Yeah, he did Sherlock.
Like with Due Date.
That was a great one.
Sherlock. Hey, Sherlock Holmes was fucking great, dude. The very first one?
The first one.
The second one's cool. The
second one, I don't know. I feel like some of these movies, they don't know how to cut some stuff. The second one, I found it hard to sit through the whole thing. The first one was exciting. I liked it, but the second one, I was like, this is kind of dragging on a little bit.
Robert Downey Jr. makes a good Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, he does.
Unlike, don't mind that, folks.
That's just
the ghost
wanting to be in the podcast.
Unlike, homeboy who played Superman.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill playing Sherlock Holmes for Enola Holmes. I read that was just a dog shit adaptation of Sherlock Holmes because they made him overly like emotional.
Yeah, well, there's a writing that Sherlock Holmes has to be like
Very
a douchebag.
He's a dick.
He has to like
he is just a dick. Yeah. But because of the way that his personality is laid out, like he's just so matter of fact and so knowledgeable of things that he's an asshole. Like without trying to be, he's just very dry. Yeah. But Henry Cavill made him like overly emotional, and then just fucking felt the biggest Sherlock Holmes you ever seen.
Right.
Whereas Robert Downey Jr. Fit that very well, but because of apparently there was a video that said that his body type fit what a person like at that time would have looked like. And I'm like, you're gonna tell me that like English people around this time period look like Robert Downey Jr. just like the shape that he was in, I guess, like as historical, like to a T that you want to go, but he fit it very well. Sherlock Holmes has like really great lore too, like the mythos of that universe is like really cool too.
No, Robert Downey Jr. is a great actor in a lot of what he does. Tropic Thunder,
the best. Lead Farmer,
love that guy,
the fucking best.
Should we transition into some anime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly. Real quick though, talking about really shitty pilots, how these guys noted for Game of Thrones, little known, The Witcher had an early 2002 pilot called The Hexer. It's all in German, I believe. But loosely based on Andrei Sapkowski's original works. Terrible. Dog shit. A 5. A 5 on IMDb. It's hard to find, dude. On YouTube, they have a few episodes. I tried looking into it too, but dog shit.
Sounds terrible.
Dog shit. Anyway, anime.
Nomad had something here.
Oh no, don't ignore me on that one.
Oh, for sure.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
All right.
Psych.
Have you guys watched The Promised Neverland?
Just watched it.
I know of it.
I just finished that like a couple weeks ago.
So here's my anime thing, right? So background on it, growing up, watch anime just like the rest of us, you know, pretty basic stuff. But I showed my then at the time girlfriend Celeste anime.
Oh, I was like,
okay, let's see, you know, just watch anime, like check it out. It's not all nerdy, right? I mean, it is, but like, you know, there's a lot to get her into it. And then we start off with Dragon Ball Z. Likes it, runs with it, so we're good there. And now we've reached a point where like I love anime, I watch anime, but she gets to stay home with the kids, so she has a little more time to watch anime than I do. And so Promised Neverland, she started it, and then I'm like, this is really fucked up. And then I'm like, I'm going to work. I come back from work, so I watched episode 1 and I watched episode 12 or 13, whatever the last one was. Didn't watch anything in between, just watched the beginning and the end. But I was like, wow, this is a great fucking anime.
The Promised Neverland is Chicken Run with children.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
That is
Holy
that
shit.
that is the premise.
That's the best summary I've heard.
Wow.
For the record.
Side note, I think Chicken Run is fucking disgusting.
I was not allowed to watch it as a child.
Why?
I think it's because of the animation.
I think it is such a gross fucking movie.
But no idea.
I think it's such a gross movie.
The animation's terrible.
I think, dude, I don't know.
Like that animation.
Something about it is gross. That's like that Wallace and Gromit animation. See, but I liked Wallace and Gromit.
It wasn't too bad.
I liked Wallace and Gromit, and then like what they did with the rabbits or rabbids or whatever the fuck they're called that they added, you know, but because that's from that studio, that animation, but
yeah, that weird claymation.
Yeah. Anime for me is one of those weird things that much like streaming, like different streaming series anyway, it's hard for me to fucking get into it. Like it's super hard for me to get into it. Like I think it took me up until like to even dip my fucking foot back into Dragon Ball, like in Super, when they were going through the like their new galactic tournament. Yeah. And they introduce like Jiren and Kefla, like female brawling.
Yeah.
like
Her
that.
name, like Kale.
Is that her name?
Kale.
Kale?
Yeah.
Kale, something like that.
Yeah, I think
I don't
it
know.
is Kale.
I don't remember, dude.
I
But
watched it in Japanese, so
I think it's Kale.
like when that was going on, because there was that clip of Goku fighting Kale or Jiren.
Which one?
Well,
What did they look like? Do you remember seeing it?
they sent a blast at Goku, and Goku pops out of it and hits him with just like a real like a super Kamehameha. It was like really popular though, like on different like anime like pages, and you know
Yeah, I think
that reported on stuff like that. It was like a real big thing, and it was popping people, and I was like, I guess I got to figure out what's going on. And like it was pretty cool, like with the utilizing Frieza, utilizing 17 was a fucking hitter.
Yeah, dude. So I think what you're thinking of was, when Goku was fighting Jiren, and it was Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken. That was huge. That was blowing up a lot. That's a mouthful too. That was badass.
But I mean, it's hard for me to get into animes because there's so many of them currently. And even then, it was like I feel it was easier as a kid to follow anime, but then again, it's like you don't.
But when you were a kid, you only had the anime that
You
was
only-
available on
yeah.
TV. You had the 4 kids, and that was about it.
If you gave
Or what
all
was
of us like Crunchyroll accounts at 10 years old, that'd be amazing. Because like now we have like me, I have work, or you have work. We all have work, and then gotta share the TV with the kids.
well, I mean, I follow everything on my phone basically. Like we were talking about right before this off mic, Attack on Titan's coming up on its 4th season, the final season, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. I watched like the first 4 episodes of season 3 when it came back.
So you get all the answers in season 3 finally for a lot of the things that go on in Attack on Titan. And so with Attack on Titan, I watched season 1 when it was first out back in the day, and then it started to blow up. Then you had to wait forever, so I didn't check it out. I didn't watch 2 or 3 actually until about 3 months ago. I was like, hey, they're gonna have a final season soon. Let's see what's up. I never got my answers. Now I'll get my answers. Powered through seasons 1 through 3 in like a week, which for me is pretty fast watching because a lot of other stuff going on. But powered through the whole thing. They have a big time jump between 3 and 4 that if you didn't watch up through 3, you're really confused because it's like it seems like everything changed because it did, but no one has that explanation yet because season 4 picks up like 4 or 5 years after season 3 ended, and so all the teenage characters are now grown adults, and because they already look like grown adults, now they look like super powered grown adults. We have yet to get to them. They're setting up like a whole thing, which is kind of slow, but I think it's worth getting back into if you haven't been fully caught up.
I think right now, like I think like most recently I was telling Vic, I'm like mostly all in with just One Piece. Like I put like all my eggs in that basket of just getting caught up with One Piece and like knowing what's going on. Even going back and just watching like different, not even so much like into different arcs, but just certain moments of the show.
So are you watching or are you reading the manga? How are you getting current?
I'm reading along with the current news of it, but then going back and reading the chapters for manga. And then picking up on the anime depending on what's going on. Like with the introduction of Odin and then the Laugh Tale chapter. I went back and read all that just to follow with it. Or then like with Luffy, everything leading up to Luffy fighting Kaido. The same thing. Amazing.
Phenomenal animation.
Dude, Sue's dope. Dope.
Yeah, One Piece is like, it looks like a great anime. I'm sure it is. But it's one of those where I'm like, I do not have the time to watch 900 episodes.
Took forever to bring Vic around.
And so I'm like,
it's 956 episodes currently.
Yeah, so
the manga has another, I think Oda said 5 to 6 years before he finished wrapping it up. So that probably translates to like 8 to 10 on the anime.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I would assume.
So I mean,
With the pacing it has.
I'm down to, at one point jump in, but that's like, how do you jump in? I'm like, I'd rather watch an anime where it's like, okay, there's a season or two where there's 4, but like 100 episodes or under makes it easy for me to do, or ongoing, like Black Clover is like in the middle of 100 episodes and stuff like that.
I feel like it's easier for me to catch up reading. Like with Black Clover, I was like, I don't want to watch this, and I jumped in and just.
You read it?
And I read it. I stopped because fucking fuck Black Clover. No, I just I had stopped because we got real busy with work, but it wasn't hard for me to jump in and just read it. The same thing with One Piece. I feel like One Piece though, because it's so fluid, like there's not a lot of breaks to it. You can get into it and just stick with it. Unlike maybe like try back in the day when you were trying to pick up Shippuden and follow it, and then there's just a really long hiatus and it was nothing but filler for a while, and that threw you off because the filler was just like
filler is terrible.
But it was like a bad deterrent from like you wanting to watch the main product. It sucked.
No, definitely, because Black Clover kind of had a similar situation right now where they stopped recording because of COVID. When the pandemic first started, and so they weren't making it. Then they brought it back, but they brought back a lot of filler content. So like you're hyped for this anime that was like pretty good up until that point, and then you get all this filler, and you've had nothing but filler for like 4 or 5 months, and now you're finally getting into a main storyline again. But filler definitely deters me, at least, because I'm like, I have limited amount of time to watch an anime, so when you're giving me filler, it's like that's a waste of my time. I want to watch something where like it's moving, not stuck with pointless episodes. Oh, we need to go find this, whatever, and it's like a 20-minute episode on I found my lost shoe.
Sounds like Pokemon when they went for the GS ball.
Yeah.
Didn't fucking meet. Didn't do anything. Whole ass story.
For nothing.
You don't even know what the GS ball is.
Hey, but at the end of the whole thing,
the parcel.
Yep.
The special parcel.
And at the end of the entire Pokemon franchise, they bring that back, and you finally have your answer.
It's the One Piece.
it's the fucking log for Laugh Tale. I was telling Vic, have you seen that the new Pokemon movie's gonna drop? And that they're gonna
Origins with Professor Oak or something like that, or
no, so they're
Ash's dad.
Yeah, with Ash's dad.
Yeah.
That's why I said because I made the joke when I heard it. I was like, oh, we're gonna find out more about Professor Oak, huh?
It's just either Professor Oak, Giovanni, Mr. Mime, or Deku's dad. Deku's dad went abroad to be a hero, but then
Did
again,
he go be a hero?
but they're
Is that what he did?
Yeah, well, to go because he's a fire-based hero in the lore of it. So they said that he went abroad to go help, or I don't know if it's in the actual, if it's in the manga, but I think the author like has that noted that they will shed some light on it. But
Pretty sure that Hirikoshi came out and said that that we already know who the dad is. He hasn't confirmed it. Or
Endeavor. He's a fire-based hero.
Fire-based hero. That's Endeavor.
It's Dobby.
Hey, it's Dobby.
It's not Dobby.
No,
Dobby's like 18 years
yeah,
old.
He's young. But like, if that went over your fucking head that it was Endeavor's kid, everyone knew. Everyone knew when they dropped it.
Yeah, All Might's a illegitimate child.
Fuck, he was
that means he also has a brother.
He was beating Endeavor's beaten wife. Former number one.
That's crazy. That'd be wild.
Hirikoshi said that he wanted My Hero to surpass One Piece because he looks up to Oda so much, and he already said that he's probably going to wrap up the manga. We're barely at 300 issues, or 300 chapters, so I don't know how you're going to be able to compete. Like I don't even know if we were at a Battle of the Best yet in One Piece at 300. The best, one of the best arcs of One Piece wasn't even there yet, so I don't know how you compete. My Hero Shippuden.
That's what Vic was saying.
Yeah,
exactly.
They have to.
Cause like Naruto's like 300. It's like 300 episodes, isn't it? The first one.
Something like that. Something around 3.
Naruto's like ridiculously long, but you only have to watch the Naruto Sasuke fight.
You know, there's like an insane amount of like Naruto, just regular, and then you jump into Shippuden, so it's gonna be like a similar thing if that's what you're aiming for.
Honestly, from like talking about Naruto, from if you're watching like Sound 4, good. The leading up to Naruto Sasuke, good. Even the introduction of the Sannin and Naruto fighting Kabuto, like everything going on during that time, a lot of Naruto's it's so. Like the whole Zabuza and Haku. It's whatever. That fight's good.
That's the first arc.
Like the very first.
The very first arc.
But I'm saying just that fight.
Oh yeah.
Just
so,
that
there's
fight.
There's a lot of stuff where you could just watch the climax of it. You don't have to watch like you can just pick up the fights or read upon the rest. But like to watch the whole thing again is it's a task.
That one's not bad. Shippuden's a little hard.
Naruto is a total of 720 episodes.
Just the first series?
No, like in total.
Or in total?
With Naruto and Shippuden combined, 720.
God, that's not bad.
I love Boruto's dad.
Oh, I don't know. That doesn't count.
Boruto? Yeah, Boruto's dad.
Boruto's dad.
Boruto's dad's son?
Yeah. Boruto's dad, Shippuden, and then Boruto's dad's son.
Boruto's at 180 currently.
That's so like watered down. I've heard. I haven't watched it or checked it out, but I've heard Boruto is very watered down.
I haven't even tried jumping in.
I've seen like some fight scenes, but it's
because like
I've never even watched all of Shippuden. I'm gonna be honest.
If he's already Okage,
you do a lot of skipping around.
Yeah.
He's already Okage. What I mean, he has peace. So what really can you what conflicts can you really have after that? You know.
Well, I know.
I think they're fighting God right now.
Yeah,
God?
basically they're fighting aliens.
They're fighting like God right now.
In Boruto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, might pick it up.
But they're if you've watched like I've seen the very first episode and they show Boruto in this like real weird.
Or the time skip.
That
yeah.
Like that form that he has.
Yeah, it's like a curse mark thing.
It's set up to where he basically is something real fucking crazy. But I'm like, I don't know what that is. Like that makes me want to watch, but at the same time I'm like, am I gonna invest my time in watching fucking Boruto? I think that's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna be tight to see what they end up doing with Shanks. Even to see what the fuck they do with Dragon.
Right? We know nothing about that.
Because we don't know anything about Dragon. For all we know, Dragon will be a fucking bitch.
The devil fruit? We don't know. We don't know anything about
We
Dragon.
don't know anything about Dragon.
Dragon.
We don't know anything about Dragon. Like, so far, everybody that they've introduced, just character-wise, it's like, Whitebeard was a fucking killer.
Yeah, but he's old.
He's old. But he still was the fucking strongest man in the world or some shit, right?
The strongest
pirate.
Yeah.
Sick. We still really don't know anything about Blackbeard.
No, nothing about Teach.
But
his 2 devil fruits.
Based on Reddit.
Spoiler.
Based on Reddit.
Spoiler. 2 devil fruits.
The theory is that Teach is housing the soul of basically the leader of the Rocks Pirates, because he and himself was like considered an otherworldly presence anyway, or this very enigmatic figure. It's like Rocks D Zebit or something like that.
Yeah, I've seen that like float around. I don't know anything about it.
It's a lot of reading. It's basically just like a lot of reading. And it's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing that you can go down, like just a rabbit hole. Yeah, but so Rox D. Zabit, commonly known simply as Rox, was captain of the Rox Pirates. He was a prominent figure in the 40 years ago, before the pirate king Goldie Roger came into power. I think Roger was a part of his crew. 40 years ago, Rox appeared to have been a normally proportioned humanoid, though he seemed to stand around half the height of the immensely large, though not giant-sized, crewmates. He had long hair and had gathered into tendrils. Okay, whatever. Rox appeared to be an incredibly vicious and ambitious man, having no care as to who he attacked, as long as he could garner power for himself and leading his crew to destroy whoever interfered with his ambitions. He was also quite fearless and indiscriminately ruthless, as he had no issue with killing world nobles or their slaves if it suited his wishes. Rock's dream was to become the king of the world and he attacked many locations and left mass destruction in his wake to assert his dominance. Rox led his crew on a mission that endangered the world nobles and their slaves at Gold Valley. The Rox pirates were intercepted by Monkey D. Garp and Goldie Roger, who had informed an alliance. A massive battle ensued, according to Sengoku. Rox is no longer alive. Okay, so the Rox pirates were Edward Newgate, Charlotte Linlin, and Kaido, as well as Shiki.
Nothing but hitters.
Nothing but hitters, yeah.
Nothing but hitters.
Nothing but hitters. But that, from what I've read, though, that's in that long, like I said, that rabbit hole of the lore of One Piece, surrounding the story. The details that we don't know is that Teach, I guess his powers draw from something internally, which they assume to be like not like the physical embodiment of Rox, but like his spirit. And that's like, I think that's why they were saying that's why Teach doesn't sleep. Like,
is that a thing? Teach doesn't sleep?
Yeah, Teach doesn't sleep.
Like my boy Kataguri, he's never laid on his back.
Yeah, he
was born on his feet.
That's fucking sick, dude.
It's so tight. He's born standing up. Oh, here we go. Here's something about Rox. So at one point, Roger allied with Garp to fight the Rox pirates.
Mm-hmm. Because they were just
in God Valley. Fucking love Oda.
So sick.
God Valley.
Yeah, because he was just trying to take over the world. He wasn't even so much like trying to be king of the pirates or like the greatest person or the greatest at one singular thing. He wanted fucking everything. And you're gonna tell me with a crew as strong as that, as fucking Big Mom, Kaido,
Odin,
and fucking Gold Lion Shiki, there's nothing but fucking hitters with him. Whitebeard,
Rayleigh, and Stampede.
Bullet
was
fucking bad. Bullet, that whole
challenge him every time.
Stampede was good. Challenge him every time.
Challenge him every day. Come here, son.
Apparently the whole thing with Blackbeard based on observation or whatever, the way that they've broken down the character, the simple and short answer is, I think Blackbeard has central hypoventilation syndrome, otherwise known as Ondine's curse. For those of you who are unfamiliar, let me give you a quick rundown. CHS, or Ondine's curse, is a respiratory disorder that results in respiratory arrest during sleep. So you'll stop breathing.
Right
on. In other words, anyone with this disorder cannot sleep or they will die. And this is based off of panels that have been released. In any case, did you know that people in snowy countries don't sleep? And why is that? Because they'll die if they do. In reference to Blackbeard and where he's from, apparently. And then that's between Luffy and Sanji. Maybe that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's true. That's what a guy told me once. Who? Usopp? He's like, nope, from a guy in a bar. That was when Luffy met Blackbeard.
That's right. I always forget that he met him super early in the anime. The Skypiea arc.
Yeah, when he told him Skypiea. When he told him that the
Sky
Sky Island was real.
Yep.
But in any case, a lot of the characters that Oda sets up anyway for the show, a lot of them are. It's easy to get wrapped up in them anyway.
Yeah, the lore is extensive.
Because the lore is so extensive and it's so well done that you get wrapped up in just like the admirals, Fujitora, Akino. Fujitora is like my favorite general though. The admiral anyway. Kizaru is a fucking hitter too.
Fujitoro, yeah.
Yeah, Borsalino, Kizaru.
And Oda does this cool thing where he introduces a character's name, and then you never find out anything about the character.
Sengoku's a hitter, and then yeah, guys like Garp.
Well, Garp doesn't want to be an admiral. He just wants to be free.
Yeah, like it's not even aside from them. Garp's a hitter. Dragon's a hitter without even being.
Don't know anything about him.
Don't know anything about him. Ace was a hitter from just the jump. The introduction of Ace. Who in comparison, Sabo is like the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. But he's shown a better understanding of his armament hockey.
Yeah. Well, even just the understanding that like the confidence that he had to take over Ace's Devil Fruit, or like to acquire it anyway.
Or the simple fact that when he was asked if he was at the Battle of the Best, if Ace would still be alive, unwavering and just, yeah, probably. Yeah, I would have saved my brother.
Oh yeah, dude. I think that was
a regular human.
Even just the way that they set up normal human interaction with, like, when they fought Bartholomew Kuma, when Zoro said that he would take the pain of the entire crew, or well, of Luffy anyway.
Yeah, the Thriller Bark arc.
And he was like, "I'll take it." And then when they asked him what had happened, he was like, "Nothing." Just standing there.
Zoro's sacrifice.
He was like, "Nothing." He was like, "I'm fine." Usopp and Stampede saving Luffy.
Yep.
He's like, "You're going to be king of the pirates. You can't die." A lot of the characters are given like a full range of emotion just to get invested in. Robin's another character like that. I feel like the only character that I really don't give a shit about is like Nami. I don't care about Nami at all. I don't. She's probably like my least favorite crew member. I would say like Nami, Chopper, Carrot.
Carrot? I mean, I don't know. I feel like they haven't done anything. Like, Frankie showed up and he hasn't done anything.
Nothing really, no.
Like, here's the Sunny. That's about it.
Brooks.
I mean, he's shaping up to do some stuff here in Wano, but...
Brooks is hella dope.
Even Brooks has done way more.
Brooks has done a lot.
Fought Big Mom.
Brooks is up. Carrot fought Big Mom. Well, Carrot fought her ship.
Yeah.
Attacked her ship.
Attacked the ship.
I think the story's shaping up to just... It's gonna... I mean, obviously it's getting good. It's heating up right now with the way that it's going. But I mean, that's... In comparison, that's the way that it looks for... I mean, that's kind of the way that it looks too, like Jose was saying, for Attack on Titan in its current season. It's shaping up to be good, but it's like, I don't know. I myself stopped investing time in it because I just lost what was going on.
Yeah, one of the things you can do with Attack on Titan is you've read the manga, you already know what's going to happen. You're just trying to see the animation of it. Whereas with One Piece, we're not that far behind in the anime from the manga. Like, we're in the current arc for the anime.
Yeah.
So you know what's going to happen. Apparently, the Beast Titan fight that was written, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago, like before it was aired. Like it was.
I believe that.
It was drew a long time before it was actually animated.
Yeah, I believe that.
So you could anticipate what was to come, whereas you don't really get that with One Piece. We're paced very well with the manga.
I mean, I think that has a lot to... It speaks like bounds about the quality of the anime, though. I mean, not even trying to sound like just full of shit, but it's like the anime itself is the way that it's presented to us, like the way that we're consuming it as it goes along is like, it speaks a lot to how it wants to be taken anyway, like how Oda wants us to take it. Because I mean, you could even go back to like Naruto, where it was like doing really well, and almost that same thing where it was kind of falling in the vein of wanting to be something great like Dragon Ball, and then it shit the bed because the writer didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, here Kishimoto.
He was like,
Kishimoto said he was tired of it, so he just gave it to other people. He's back like, now for Boruto, but he left the project for a very long time.
He was like, I just don't want to do this anymore. But I mean, that's almost like Akira Toriyama doing that with Dragon Ball, with GT. With GT.
That's not. Yeah.
But now that I believe he's involved with Super at the moment.
Is it still going?
I believe so. Yeah. I don't think.
Super,
well, I don't think.
Super ongoing?
I don't know that it's Super right now. I know that there is a current story, but I don't know what. I want to say that Akira Toriyama has some hand in it. But the Dragon Ball franchise is really cool to me. The thing is that the franchise is real cool, but like I don't disagree that it should be done. Yeah, it's something it's being spread very fucking like thin to me. I feel like to uphold this certain standard, like with just various demographics, and it's like we get it. It's like they're not bringing back Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop was done and done. Fully Cooley, done and done. If I could do, and I had already pulled it up anyway, but If I could do animes that I would recommend to you, I would easily do One Piece, but that's totally biased. I would do Full Metal, the franchise. Brotherhood though, like above Full Metal.
Okay.
The first adaptation. Because there's Brotherhood is the actual manga adaptation, and then there's just the adaptation of the already existing, like the source material, the Cartoon Network, Full Metal. But I would say One Piece, totally biased. The Full Metal franchise. Dragon Ball Z, I won't say because it's kind of a given. I would say Cowboy Bebop. I would say Fooly Cooly, and if anything, maybe like Gundam Wing or G Gundam.
Trigun?
Trigun's in there. Trigun's in there.
Yu Yu Hakusho, but just the dark
tournament.
Just the dark tournament arc.
Yu Yu Hakusho's really good.
I don't know. I think I'm just real biased to the whole '90s style animation.
But that's why. But that's
phenomenally good.
That's where we picked up anime.
Yeah.
We picked up anime with what was done from the late '80s, or the '80s at least anyway, into the '90s, because even then, like in the '90s, there was animes that were rapping, and then we kind of got that the amalgamation of that, and then into the newer anime that we were given, being like Trigun, Full Metal, even like Evangelion. Evangelion I only followed like for a hot minute when I was younger, because it was still something that was on like Adult Swim. But Yu Yu Hakusho, and even then Yu Yu Hakusho was fucking done.
Yeah, it was. Huh?
Yu Yu Hakusho had been done, but like I mean, was done with its initial syndication anyway. But it was like there was already so much. The movie, the Poltergeist Report movie, had already been done.
Yeah.
Even then, I think that was like an early '90s movie.
I know I used to watch Ranma 1/2. That aired in '93.
Outlaw Star was really good, but I think like of 5 that I would give someone like trying to get into anime.
Was in '93.
Yeah, it was
the film.
Because even then, if you're talking about like newer anime, I don't know that I would even throw Naruto in there. Naruto's good, but I don't know that I would throw it in there. Like as a whole, Fairy Tail I never got into.
That's alright. It's fucking Kirkland's One Piece. It's up and up. It's the generic One Piece, but
if anything, I would pick up at like My Hero. I think My Hero's dope. Fire Force probably.
Yeah.
And I'm still getting into Fire Force, but Fire Force, My Hero. One Punch Man was good. One Punch Man was.
We got the second season.
We got second season.
I never watched second season. I watched the first season.
I fell out right at the end of first season. And not just because it had stopped for that bit until it came back.
Where would modern anime, like where would the cutoff be for like modern, like when we got away from the 90s style animation and started to get to the more current style?
Mm-hmm.
Because like Soul Eater's in that.
Oh, definitely. Haikyuu's in that. We were just talking.
Haikyuu.
Right before that, we were just talking about it. But I tried to look up a list. But this is from IGN. It's a best anime of the decade from 2010 to 2019. And so they're starting with Angel Beats. I know of it. I don't know what it's about.
Good. It's good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's good.
I know of it.
It's a good like entry anime, especially if you're into like I don't want to say it's like a fucking like slice of life, but I guess it would be. I'm not sure.
Following that is Bakuman, which I know, but I don't know anything about it. Durara, which I only know of.
I've heard of.
I know of it because like I've had Netflix now for so long that they used to have a gang of fucking anime, and Durara was one of the animes that was on there. Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, I know of that. I've never watched it.
No idea what that is.
Princess Jellyfish, I know of it, but I've never watched it.
Never heard of that one either.
The Tatami Galaxy. And that was, okay, so that was 2010.
Bro, maybe I'm not a fucking nerd. Jesus Christ.
Maybe I'm not an otaku fucking person. I know. 2011, Anohana, the flower we saw that day. Blue Exorcist, I know.
It's good.
Good. Fate Zero, I know it's supposed to be one of those hitter animes, but Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah. Hunter x Hunter.
Which slow pacing to begin with, but then it
Yeah,
gets.
it's 10 episodes climbing a fucking flight of stairs.
But it's good. I mean, but it ends up being like.
It's a great anime.
It's really good. You know, it's crazy. Talking about that shit. When I first learned about Hunter x Hunter, it was from our boy Mondo, and he was telling us about it. And he was telling me about the initial like Ant Chimera arc that was going on.
Phenomenal.
And this fool started crying.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He started crying. He was like, "It's so fucking good."
I believe it.
Starting 2012's category, JoJo's Bizarre.
I couldn't get into it.
I can't.
I couldn't.
And you know what's weird is that there's like
it's satirical.
There's
like,
a special. There's a special category of like fans of JoJo's Bizarre are like a niche.
Yeah, it definitely has its market, but
it's too weird. It's too bizarre. It really is.
Yeah.
Kids on the Slope, Lupin the Third, which I believe like the last two Lupin movies, like of the newer animation movies, this one being one of them from 2012, were like really good and were like really well done. Lupin's always been a hitter though. Moggy, Labyrinth of Magic. Moggy was dope. I fell out of it during one of their, maybe like the third season, but Moggy was like really, really good. Sword Art Online, I never got into.
I liked the first season.
That was the very first one.
I liked the first season. That was it's like after that it got kind of weird.
Starting 2013, Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Which, The Devil is a part-timer.
Great. Hey, loved it. No, it's good. It's really good.
I never watched it. Hey, Hajime no Ippon Rising. It's a boxing anime. So fucking good.
I still need to watch Megalobox.
Oh my god, dude, Megalobox is fucking.
I've had that queued up forever.
So fucking good, dude. So good. Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill was pretty cool. I liked it. Haikyuu. This is leading into 2013 or 2014. I'm sorry. Haikyuu, which like is flying under like as a really like low key hitter for me. Haikyuu.
It's good.
Well, that's why like I read nothing but good about it. So
yeah,
I'm like,
I mean, I just watched the first two seasons. I'm not current yet, but
Parasite, and like Tokyo Ghoul. Parasite. The Seven Deadly Sins hitter.
I heard this last season was pretty anticlimactic.
Oh really?
I have not heard anything good about this newest season, and like it's kind of fallen apart from what I've seen. I have no idea. I haven't watched it. I don't know, but
no, I know. I lost
from things I've seen online.
I think
it missed.
I lost track after wherever the season was with Escanor.
The Lion's Gate of Sin.
So sick. Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul is easily like of modern anime, I guess, if that's what you want to note it as. Tokyo Ghoul is so fucking good. Coming into 2015, Death Parade.
That was good. Death Parade's really good.
Is it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
And then Dragon Ball Super, which was like a big hit for everybody, but because
I think that pulled on the strings of nostalgia.
Yeah, it was more like
you can wring a lot of money out of that.
It was a nostalgia trip for sure. That and it led to like a lot of bringing it back into the whole video game market.
Yeah.
See, that's where Dragon Ball Z doesn't lose me. Well, so
the games are very.
I started playing.
Upsetting to me.
I started playing Dragon Ball Fighters, the 2D style fighting game.
Yeah.
And that one's really doing it for me right now, like keeping me in the like wanting to still. Wanting to keep me immersed and like interested in Dragon Ball is that's doing it for me. That video game's really good, but like, I still really stand by like Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah,
best, phenomenal, the best,
phenomenal.
Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans. After honestly, like this is one of those things where you get stuck in your time period of where you're really aligned with, and it's like Mobile Suit Gundams had me like at early Mobile Suit Gundam, and then like Gundam Wing, G Gundam, even Gundam SD, and Gundam SD was like a chibi series. It wasn't even like a serious series. One Punch Man was cool. Overlord, I know of, and I hear a lot of good things about, but I've never watched it.
You know what anime I think never got the credit it deserves? Zatch Bell.
Hitter.
I feel like Zatch Bell had the grounds to be a phenomenal, long-running anime.
Zatch Bell was...
I don't think it ever got the credit it deserved.
It was one of those series that it came up in the 2000s, for me anyway, and it was like Zatch Bell, Fighting Foodons, Metabots.
Yeah.
I guess Inuyasha at the time.
Inuyasha was huge at the time, yeah.
Zatch Bell was one of those ones, like the same thing because it was around with like Yu Yu Hakusho.
I think it was just overshadowed by...
Case Closed.
Case Closed was great.
Sick. But it was in that time period. Flint the Time Detective, which is a hitter, which is like a little known anime. That one of the earlier adaptations of Baki the Grappler.
The good adaptations.
Yeah, the good ones.
Sorry, Netflix missed on that one.
Zatch Bell was a really good anime. Zatch Bell was a really, really good anime. That was one of those like teen animes.
Yeah.
That was like a very teen anime.
Yeah.
Like not even, I don't know. I don't have the right descriptive words for it, but yeah, it's like a very teen anime. This is where it starts. This is where it starts off at 2016, and it's like Erased, Mob Psycho 100.
That's great.
Yeah, Mob Psycho's sick. And then we get into My Hero. My Hero is good. ReZero. ReZero is supposed to be really good too.
ReZero is good.
Yuri on Ice. And then we get into 2017. And then it's like The Ancient Magus Bride. Little Witch Academia. It's supposed to be really good. Didn't we watch it? Didn't we watch Little Witch Academia?
I think we did.
Like one of them.
I think we did.
Like maybe an OVA or something.
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty sure. I think we watched that after we watched Soul Eater Not.
Yeah. Soul Eater Not was good.
That's alright.
It was alright. I mean, it wasn't Soul Eater. Definitely wasn't Soul Eater.
But it's in the title.
Yeah.
It's not Soul Eater.
Well, it's not. Well.
So.
Yeah.
Interesting concept in that anime.
Made in Abyss is supposed to be dope. And then into 2018, A Place Further Than the Universe, After the Rain, Agretsuko, Cells at Work.
That's a fun.
Cells at Work?
That's a fun anime to watch. Yeah, it's not like anything serious, but it's cool.
Devilman.
Hey,
the newer adaptations of Devilman are fucking crazy. They're bonkers. Megalobox.
No Vinland Saga?
Hasn't come up yet, no.
Hmm.
Run with the Wind. A lot of these sports animes coming up are like, they're made out to be like really, really good. The Time That I Got Reincarnated as the Slime.
Yeah.
And then coming into 2019, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, hella good. Demon Slayer is so fucking good. Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone's really good. Really enjoyed that one.
Fruits Basket is still around.
Yeah, they keep getting another season.
It's a 2019 remake.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it was.
Whoa, no way. The Promised Neverland.
Hold on, I'm still stuck on Run with the Wind. This is a fucking running anime?
Yeah, hey, that's you.
I haven't heard of
that's you.
The one running anime?
Vinland Saga. Yeah, a lot of these are like, I know a majority of these 2019 ones, but to get back on the theme of running animes, to get back on the theme of sports animes.
Where do I watch Running with the Wind? It's done too. Sick. Adding that to the list right now.
From CBR.com, their 15 best sports animes, and
Prince of Tennis, Ace of Diamond, Haikyuu. Those are all the ones I know.
All Out is a football-based anime.
Oh, that basketball one too.
There you go. Yeah, I'm waiting for that one to come up. Prince of Tennis. Number 11 on their list. Run with the Wind, number 10. Yuri on Ice. Oh, it's an actual... Yuri on Ice is a pretty special anime on a number of levels. It covers homosexuality in a very different way.
Banana Fish.
And received a... Is that what it's about?
No, but they just have like underline... Like they have their like...
Like their
scenes.
The overtones of it?
No, like the main character like makes out and like he does like...
Gay shit?
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. No,
like... And, he was also forced into it. Banana Fish, watch it. It's a good anime.
I was like, what?
It's a good anime.
It's received a ton of praise for its refreshing depiction. The animation was stellar, and it's easy to want to rewatch the whole show just for the skating scenes. Not only did the animation bring the sport to life, but it really shows the personality of the characters. The main character, Yuri, is a bit of a dork and awkward off the skating rink. Once he is on the rink, though, he turns into a totally confident and serious person and cannot blame Victor for falling in love with him. Hey.
What can I say?
Hey, Hajime no Ippo is so fucking good. It's a boxing anime. It's just like straight boxing. It's not like Megalobox where there's like there's a touch of, I mean, obviously,
like mecha.
Yeah, there's like a sprinkle of mech in there. Hajime no Ippo is so good. When the special moves aren't like a big bang attack, if it's like uppercut, like that's.
I don't know. Kenichi was really good.
Kenichi is
Kenichi,
so
the mightiest
fucking
disciple.
good. Kenichi is so good, and apparently the manga hangs. It draws it out a little more. It gives it a little fuller background, but apparently the manga's fucking excellent. Kind of like Soul Eater. Soul Eater, the manga's like supposed to be just top notch. Where the anime was good, but it only it kind of just chops everything up to like a fine, like to serve it to you, you know.
Yeah, make a nice quick little 50 episode
Yeah.
to watch.
But Hajime no Ippo, I couldn't say better things about it. It's so good. Yowamushi Pedal. This is number 7, and it's biking. It's bike racing. Ace of Diamonds.
Ace, yeah.
Is something that I've been wanting to get into.
I enjoyed I think I watched like probably 20 or 30 episodes of it.
I thought
maybe.
I was under the impression that it was called Prince of Diamonds this whole time.
It's Prince of Tennis.
Oh, so okay. I was mixing them up.
Yeah, Prince of Tennis.
Ace of Diamonds. Yeah,
Ace
it's
of
supposed to be
Diamonds.
like really, really good. Captain Tsubasa. It's a soccer. It's a soccer anime, but it's from 1981. Originally created as a manga series in 1981, Captain Tsubasa has been through a lot. Its manga is ongoing, and its anime series from the 80s, over 100 episodes. It got many films and OVAs, and this series has gone through the 90s, 2000s, and more recently 2018 and 2019. But I guess it kind of really keeps you going. Big Wind Up is also a baseball themed anime. But it was only 25 episodes, aired in 2007, but is highly acclaimed by fans of like the sports anime genre. There's also Free Iwatobi Swim Club. That's number 3. This is like their top 3. And again, the swimming. Kuroku's Basketball.
There it is, that one.
It's supposed to be so good.
I mean, I've seen like clips.
That's why I've
and
seen
the
clips of
animation looks
it.
phenomenal.
It looks so good.
I don't know anything about basketball, so I have no idea.
That's why
they can do whatever they want, and I would never call them out on it.
And then topping the list at number 1 is Haikyuu.
Yeah.
And for those of you, just to preface what the anime is, even if you've not watched this show, you've probably heard of it or you've seen it around. It's very popular. The sport that the show revolves around is volleyball, but you do not have to be a fan of the sport to love the anime. Fans love the show for the way the characters develop and how their relationships change, since there are friends, teammates, and students who are in different school years. Some sports animes focus merely on an individual with their skills, but Haikyuu is all about communication with the team. And I guess it fully encompasses the team as almost a singular character, as opposed to just focusing on one certain person. Although you do find favorites of the team.
Yeah, so from the couple seasons I have watched, they did a really good job of developing all the characters versus focusing on a main character individually.
I think there definitely is a list that I want to make out of this. Apparently a lot of them are like really captivating, the sports themed animes anyway.
Seems to be growing
like
category.
It's growing in popularity, it definitely
Seems
is.
to be very,
That's tight. Honestly, I'm pretty intrigued by just that running one too.
Bro, I'm gonna go watch that. I'm gonna go watch Zatch Bell today. All 150 episodes.
That's tight.
Watch that running anime. Read all of Kenichi.
On another note, I've been wanting to get into horror anime, but I guess that's like a real shaky market there.
Who are you, really?
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Come for me, Gmork! I am a traitor!
You are beaten.
It is useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed.
Offer me everything I ask for. Anything you want.
I want my father back, you son of a bitch. I am your father.
That's my son! This is my boy! My boy! That's impossible!
You're laughing. Someone was killed today because of what you did.
I know. How about another joke, Murray?
You son of a...
Fuck you. None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me!
It's still my total war. I understand your pain.
Actually, when we're all tickled to hear you say that.
You shall have your revenge. Iron Man. Good night. And always remember, that's